If you've ever gotten stuck in that negative feedback loop of what ifs in your relationship, then stick around for a clear-cut solution to this problem. My name is Christian Lamb and I'm a licensed therapist. And my goal on this channel is to help couples to build mindfulness habits so that you and your partner can find more joy, peace, and connection more and more every day. Our minds are an amazing network of unlimited energy and pathways, and they can lead us straight into relationship hell if we don't know how to rein them in. So in today's video, I'm sharing with you a few intelligent yet simple tips to save your relationship from your runaway mind. Tip number 1, complete the story in your head and finish it with, "And if this happens, then I'll be okay." Our minds want to take a story to completion. And if we don't, then I've found that our mind will continue to bring it up over and over again. Sometimes the story in our head can be one of self-hate, where our minds tell us that we're just not good enough for our partner. Taking this story to completion can show us our worst fears. Our worst fears maybe being that our partner might leave us, or they might end up hating us. And if this happens, then I'll be okay. Of course, this isn't the only thing you can do to address this type of thinking. However, it can be a good start to help you to see that things can be okay even if your worst fears do happen. Tip number 2 is that you have to realize and really know that the stories in your mind are all fiction. Our thoughts are just thoughts. And that's a great mantra to keep you on track so that your mind doesn't derail you from your life. Our minds aren't just constantly creating truth, and they are not future predictors. Whatever way you want to say it, you have to know this so that you stop identifying with your thoughts and really stop assigning so much importance to your thoughts. Our brain is an organ, and its job is to think. Just like our heart pumps blood, our minds also pump thoughts out into our awareness. Sounds logical enough. However, I know how convincing our minds can be with the stories that they tell, and how knowing the truth that our thoughts are just thoughts and living out of that truth are two very different things. This is where our daily mindfulness practices come in. It's taken us many years to build up this habitual way of thinking and behaving, so it's going to take a lot of intentional personal development practices to break these habits. Through training our minds to become more aware and conscious of what we're doing, what we're saying, what we're thinking, we give ourselves more opportunity to catch these thoughts before they become something that draws us out of our relationship and out of our awareness and into something that just is not very constructive or healthy. It can also be very helpful to remember that our lives are happening out here in the world and not just up in here. Sure, up in here, we're planning, we're setting goals. However, the creation of these things that we're thinking happens out here in the world, not up here. So leave me a comment below if you ever struggled with overthinking in your relationship. I'd love to make some more videos around this topic if anyone's interested, so let me know below. So tip number 3 is to talk to your partner about your concerns. Be assertive in your communication so that you can work things out together as a team. I talked about this team mindset for your relationship in my last video, and I want to stress it again today. The importance of really cultivating that mindset of being a team with your partner. This way you are constantly building up respect, openness, and trust in your relationship, which will go a long way towards building that healthy relationship that you really want. Now, I do want to stress that this does not mean that you interrogate your partner when you have this overthinking in your head. That could be very destructive for your relationship. So with this in mind, it's helpful to use some phrases such as, "This is a fear that I've had in the past. Can you help me work through my fears? I want to calm my mind from fears. Can you help me?" The idea here with using these phrases or some similar phrases is to show your partner that this isn't something personal to them, but your own insecurities and fears that you're asking for help with. This can go a long way towards getting empathy from your partner, as well as stopping them from becoming defensive. So tip number 4 that I have for you is to see a therapist. I know, a bit of a shameless plug. However, we often make it through school and then also into our careers without ever being taught how to build and maintain a healthy relationship. And this is what a counselor or therapist can do for you. And if we didn't have positive examples of healthy relationships when we were growing up, then we may really be lost. So a therapist will not only give you a safe place to process your overthinking, but they will also give you a roadmap so that you can build trust, respect, and assertive communication in your relationship with your partner that will allow your relationship to be more at ease and at peace so that you can enjoy it. So if you want to dive a little deeper into mindful habits that can be helpful for you and your partner in your relationship, I've created a free mindfulness toolkit for you, and I'll leave a link to it in the description below. And if you live in Florida or internationally and you'd like to work with me, I'll leave a link in the description below to my website so that you can schedule a free consult with me. I hope that you found value in this video today. If you did, please hit that like button, and also please share it out with friends and family so that they may also benefit. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider doing so. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to all so that you can be the first to be notified when I drop a new video every Friday on how to build more mindfulness habits into your lives. So if your mind ever runs away with you again, remember these tips so that you can steer your relationship back to safety.